All right, so for today's deep dive, we're looking at a piece of hardware that, well, it basically screams, the future of AV is IT.
It really, really does.
We are talking about the QSC Server CORE X20R.
Mm.
And, on the surface, it's a network I/O processor, but if you actually look at the chassis, you'll see something pretty familiar.
Right. This is the big aha moment. It's not some proprietary black box that you've never seen before.
Exactly. It's a Dell server, a
Yeah.
Dell R360XE server, to be specific.
Which is just a massive signal to the whole industry. QSC has taken their full stack QSYS platform and put it directly onto enterprise-grade Dell hardware.
So it's not just an audio processor anymore.
No, it's a legitimate server node. An IT director sees this and they get it. They trust it.
Okay, so let's talk price. The sticker is very specific, $11,412.50. And at first glance, that feels a little steep for a single RU unit.
It does, until you start doing the math on what it actually replaces.
I mean, if you tried to build a system with this much density using old-school DSP boxes, you'd need a whole rack full of them.
Yeah.
This is consolidation.
So let's unpack that density because the specs are aggressive. We're looking at 384 by 384 networked audio channels.
That is just monster throughput for a 1U box.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, the number that really jumps out is the AEC.
Oh, the acoustic echo cancellation. Yeah. It handles 128 channels.
Which is just absurdly high. Normally on a standard core, you try to echo cancel a big boardroom and you can just watch your DSP headroom vanish.
It just evaporates. This thing barely blinks. And that's the Dell architecture under the hood. It has the raw processing power for those heavy lifting tasks.
You're not juggling resources anymore.
Exactly.
And speaking of that Dell architecture, we finally get true IT-level redundancy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dual, hot, swappable power supplies. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times have you wished for that on standard AV gear? Countless times. It's standard in the data center, so it should be standard in the rack room. A blown PSU used to mean the whole meeting stops.
The whole room goes dark.
Right. With the X20R, you just, you swap the PSU while the system is still running.
It's just peace of mind. Now, looking at the connectivity, they didn't skimp on networking either. There are 4 onboard Ethernet ports.
Yeah, and the really smart move there is the segregation. You get 2 ports for your audio redundancy, standard stuff.
Okay, sure.
But then you have 2 O ports.
Which is huge. So you can keep things like your VoIP IP softphone.
All 64 of them, yeah.
Or your WAN streaming completely separate.
Exactly. It keeps the, let's call it the dirty traffic, away from your sensitive QLAN or Dante streams. You don't want a big file transfer causing jitter in the CEO's keynote.
Makes sense. And since it's software defined, it's flexible. It comes with 8x8 software-based Dante channels out of the box.
And it can scale. You can license out all the way up to 256 by 256 if you need it.
So the hardware can grow with the facility.
And we should also mention the storage. It ships with a 480 gigabyte media drive.
I saw that. They claim it can hold 800 hours of uncompressed audio.
Which is, I mean, it's just a comical amount.
You could loop the girl from Ipanema until the heat death of the universe.
Or, more practically, you could house every single safety announcement and background music track for a global headquarters right on the box. No external media server needed.
So when you step back and look at the Core X20R, it really does feel like we're watching the physical morphing of AV hardware into standard IT infrastructure.
That is the real story here. I think we are moving away from audio gear and towards audio services running on servers.
Which, it brings up a question I've been mulling over.
Okay.
As these boxes become identical to the server sitting right next to them in the rack, are we reaching a point where the distinction between an AV technician and an IT network administrator just kind of vanishes?
That's a great question. It's certainly getting harder and harder to tell where one job ends and the other begins.
Something to chew on the next time you're patching a server. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.